Welcome back to Real Talk with Uncle D. I'm your guy, Uncle D, where we do real talk about real things. We recently touched on a subject of, is love worth fighting for? And in my opinion, without going into a lot of other stuff, is yes, real love is worth fighting for. But there are some extenuating circumstances, if you will, that I want to touch on with you right now. Sometimes we fight for love that's really not love. Let's just say it how it is. Some people do not understand the difference between infatuation and love. Some people don't understand the difference between love from yourself, love for yourself, and is your spouse, significant other, partner, are they showing you love? And it's a big difference between someone having love for you and someone being in love with you. That too is a place where we get ourselves entangled, if you will. For me, when I'm dealing with someone, man, woman, or child, I'm a firm believer that your eyes will tell me everything. And if you can't look into your partner's eyes and know without a doubt that that person loves you, then that's a red flag. So let's touch on some other issues. If you are fighting for someone who doesn't really want to be with you, that's an issue. And unfortunately, there's legs to that as well. We have some women, unfortunately, who play hard to get. We have some men who play the same game. We have some women, I'll just say people, because that will go on both sides of the fence, male and female. We have some people that like to be chased. We have some people that like to play childish games, and the way that you respond for them proves you love them. Now, granted, I come from a different generation where your word is your bond. And we didn't have time for the games. I mean, I think the games we played when we were younger was you hang up, no, you hang up. That sort of kiddie game. But as you grow up, you have to take this thing called love serious. You have to cherish it. You have to nurture it. You have to feed it. It's not that once we get someone to say, I love you, then everything is good. You have to be able to nurture that love. Otherwise, what happens is that love will fade and you'll grow apart. And that too is one of the biggest things that leads to breakups, especially in people that have been together for a significant amount of time. If you have been with someone 5, 10, 15, even 20 years, but you're not communicating right, everything is just, you're in a situation where you just take everything for granted. So once we become comfortable, we assume the significant other knows how you feel. We assume that they know how you're feeling and what you're thinking and what you want. But that's not always the case. And those assumptions, you know what they say, it makes an ass out of all of us. So we, male and female, have to put that time and that work in to make sure that that love is solidified. And it don't have to be all type of fancy things. It could be something as simple as a touch, a kiss on the cheek, an acknowledgement. Hey, I love you. Send flowers on a Wednesday. You know, let her come home to, even if it's a single rose. If you can't afford a dozen, send a single rose. Hell, write a hand note. Put it on the refrigerator. Put it on her mirror. Put it on her steering wheel, saying, hey, I love you. Something as small as that can mean the world to someone. We all know, and we have all been in a situation where we have that doubt, even if it's only for a second. Does this person still care? Or maybe I'm feeling like, wow, is something wrong? Is it? Well, that intuition that you're feeling could be right. There could be something wrong. So you have to take the time to address it. And sometimes they say, oh no, nothing's wrong, you know, everything is okay. But no, you have to press that, if you will, with your partner. If you're feeling something's wrong, speak on it. Don't take it for granted. Speak on it. Don't turn it into an argument, but speak on it. You know, because all of this comes back to, is love worth fighting for? Well, yes. Remember what I said in the last video. If the love is reciprocal, if the love is being shared both ways. Now, if your partner is falling out of love with you, could be because you're not communicating, you're not showing attention, you're not showing affection. Fellas, I'm gonna speak to you for a second. Again, we take things for granted. We think because we're doing this, and this, or we laying it down good, or, you know, hey, that's enough. Sometimes it's not. Ladies, we think because, oh, we're cooking and we're giving up this and we're doing that everything is good. May not be. What was good yesterday may not be good today or tomorrow. So we have to take the time to communicate with each other. Communication is key in everything you do. Everything, whether it's business, whether it's love, whether it's finances, whatever it is, you guys are as one. You have to think, move, and act as one. It's like your car. The moment your car is hiccuping and not running right, what do? You go get it fixed. You get it checked out. The moment something in, you know, your phone is not doing what it's supposed to, what do? You get it checked out. You run a diagnostic on it to see what's wrong. But we don't do that on our relationships. We do not take the time to diagnose our relationships. So, with that being said, put that work in. There should be no doubt about your love for one another. And then I want you to hear me when I say this. If your partner is not willing to meet you halfway, it'll never work. It just won't. You can give and give and give and give and give. It won't work. And that's an unfortunate situation, especially if you feel that there's love there. But again, keep in mind, you can't force someone to love you as much as we want to, as much as we want to be with that person. We can't force them to love us back. So we can fight. Is it worth fighting for? Of course. But then you have to know that limit. You have to know that point, that fine line where you're able to still salvage yourself, where you're able to walk away with your head held high and know that, yes, I gave all that I could. I did all that I could. Not just verbally, I tried to show it. And sometimes, fellas, we have to plant that seed, step back and be quiet, be still. Peace, be still. You know, I spoke in the last video on faith without works. Now, the flip to that is, when you have faith and you trust in God that, hey, Lord, again, this is a person that I want to be with. If it's your will, bless me with that. Show me how to restore and repair this. Show me how to be the man that or woman that I need to be so that this will work. Now, again, a few things was what? That may or may not be the person God has for you. That person may only be in your life for a season. Get you through a transition. God may be preparing you for something bigger or better. But sometimes we lose that bigger blessing because we're so fixated on what our body wants. Now, getting back to what I was saying is, if you find yourself in a situation where you cannot move on without this person, you got to fall back. Again, you put the seed out there, you planted your seed. Faith without works, you've put the work in, you've shown her or him, you've talked to her or him, you've took the time to try to fix yourself and address any issues that may have been a part of you breaking up in the first place. Because remember, all you can do is fix you. You can't fix someone else. You can tell them what you feel is wrong, but you can't fix that other person. So with that being said, once you've planted that seed, you've put that work in. You have shown your intentions. Now peace, be still. Sit back and let God. If that's who God has for you, that tree will grow. That tree will sprout. You will see it. You'll get the text or the phone call out of the blue. But just like any plant, once you see that start to take root and grow a little bit, don't overwater it, because you'll mess around and drown it. Don't put it out in the sun for too long. Mess around and burn it up. But what it is God showing you his intentions for you. And once you know and believe that, then what is it to worry about? It's yours. It's just not with you at that moment. So you continue on as if. So the fight for that love is already won. Now, on the other hand, If that seed does not take heed, there's your answer as well. But hopefully you would have taken the time to prepare yourself and grow to a point that you can now simply move on. And God give you that peace and strength to do that. So, with that being said, I hope that I followed up and answered the questions brought to me. That yes, love is worth fighting for, but there are certain extenuating circumstances that would prohibit that. But all you can do at the end of the day is what you can do. All you can do at the end of the day is be woman or man enough to acknowledge the situation, pray for peace and understanding, and let God do God. With that saying, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. As you can see, I love to walk. Walking for me is very relaxing. It allows me to think clearly. It allows me to prioritize things, not just my talks with you guys, but life. You know, some people meditate, I walk. So most of our conversations together, I will be walking. For me, like I said, it's very relaxing for me. But with that being said, guys, I love you all. Remember, Real Talk with Uncle D, you're going to get nothing but real talk on real topics, real conversations. I look forward to your conversations, your comments. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe to Real Talk with Uncle D. And let's grow this channel. With that, I'll say goodbye.